Hey, welcome to Boarded Up Music, filmed at Louie's Piano Bar in downtown Dallas. Tonight we have Corey Breedlove. And Corey, I loved your band, man.
I love you.
So I mean, you've really got a great band, man.
Thanks, man.
Tell us about you guys.
So I grew up playing like psychedelic rock, like Pink Floyd, Doors was my thing. Then I fell into sort of like that Jim Morrison thing where he kind of, sort of also kind of pulled from like those old school like crooners.
Yeah.
And then it kind of led me into Sinatra, and then it led me into the Great American Songbook. And then I sort of just started doing like lounge jazz around Dallas. And I've sort of met all of these guys through the years in somewhat of that realm. They're all pretty jazz oriented, and they make me sound good, which is
That's
awesome.
A great band, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
They're way better than me here.
So did you write all these songs?
I did. Yeah, I actually recorded the whole thing and just sort of sent them to these guys, and they put their own character behind everything. But these songs were, for the most part, finished when I sent them to these dudes. But that's why, like, there's sort of this friendship that's been, like, it's very lonely writing all those songs by yourself.
Sure.
So being able to do that tonight with you guys is like, sort of made it make sense again. It's made it fun again.
Oh man, we loved it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm serious. You got some great players up there. You got some great music. Your music is very developed, man.
Thanks.
Your sense of chords and changes. Where did you get that education?
No, I'm not educated. I'm sort of just guessing.
I don't think you guess.
I'm guessing a lot. Sometimes it works, but no, I mean, like the keyboard player, the neo soul dude. He's been in church he plays everything. He's a producer.
Torrey, right?
Torrey, yeah. I mean,
he was the handsome one in the band, I thought.
yeah, second most.
I wasn't in the band. But man, I love the quality of musicianship that you get in Dallas.
It's crazy.
It really is. I've always thought it's the most underrated music city in the country.
Well, don't tell anybody. We got a good thing going here.
I know it is.
There's a lot of
is
gigs
good
out
thing.
there for us.
So you really taught yourself.
Yeah, no, I taught myself. I had a couple lessons, and I was like, why are they trying to get me to read like sheet music? I'm like, I don't give a crap about sheet music. I want to play a guitar.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to me because listening to your stuff, I just felt like, man, this guy's got to be, because I'm a Booker T graduate, and so I just felt like, oh, this guy's got to be from my school, right? So, but no, huh?
No, not even close. No,
Where'd
I
you
grew
go
up.
to school?
I mean, I went to like community college for a little bit. Was kind of working on some art, graphic design stuff.
Yeah, of course.
I was just like, I was so tired of people telling me to learn stuff I didn't want to know.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I knew how to do, and it's the only thing I ever wanted to do.
Really?
And it's yeah. I never thought about doing anything else. I was artist, like traditional pen, pencil, charcoal, but it just never spoke to me. There was just this whole world I got to create that didn't exist before with music, and I don't know.
I love that, man.
I
really
don't
love
understand office jobs. That's all.
Man, I've been fired from every job I've ever had.
Are you serious?
Yes, like in weeks.
Oh, man.
And most of the jobs, they fired me because I was singing while I worked.
Oh, come on.
And I wasn't working fast, but the singing kind of, I don't know, it brought their attention to the fact that I wasn't working very fast. Got any questions out there? You got any questions?
I do. You were talking about how you only wrote songs solo.
Yes.
I was wondering how working with a band, are you going to use any of their tips for the songs that you played?
Oh yeah, man. I mean the.
Don't answer it yet.
Oh okay.
What was your question?
When you let him go walk over there, stand by here. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, come over here.
From the audience?
Aging effect.
Come over here.
Is he gonna whisper it or?
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah. Big fan, Corey. So you're saying that you haven't really played with a band in a while?
Yeah.
And I was wondering how playing with a band for this performance affected your songwriting, or maybe the songs that you'll play in the future.
Yeah, I think I've always written songs. Nicely done.
Now
That's
he needs
great.
to get out of the way.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. No, yeah, it's interesting because, yeah, I've been writing songs since I was 9 years old, 10 years old.
Really?
When I got my first guitar, yeah, man. I didn't want to be Jimi Hendrix. I didn't want to be, some great guitar player. I just wanted to have my own thing that was mine, and nobody could take it away from me and tell me what to do. So, especially when you're just pulling ideas from literally out of thin air and creating your own world around you, it's a really powerful thing, like for especially like a young kid,
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I've always been writing songs and bringing in guys that have studied music so much and know so much, who are also just like the coolest people and my best friends that like they make it fun for me to do it.
Well,
And-
maybe, you were talking about the American Songbook and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe studying those crooners and stuff of the previous eras really helped you develop your sense of harmony and
Totally.
and man, I loved when you guys were doing the vocals with the falsetto thing.
That was hard, but yeah,
Dude, that was sweet.
it's tricky.
It really is.
And Torrey, we only had 1 hour session for him to learn all of those harmonies. We practiced one time.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I mean, I sent him the song, but I mean, he picked it up like instantly and just like locked it in.
And we've spent 3 times that amount of time working on this interview and really have nothing. So now, are you guys with your band?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna, are you guys gonna actually try to be a band? I want to support that.
I know, like, I was always in bands because I always like thought bands were like the coolest thing. Even like Jimi Hendrix was like Jimi Hendrix, but he would take what he did
Yeah.
to his band,
With
and
Buddy
it's like
Miles and all those guys.
he
Yeah.
would never have those songs without his band.
Yeah.
And he was just sort of like the sellable part of that music, I guess. And so, no, I mean, I don't want to put like a different name on it because they are my songs, but there's nothing I'd rather do than have all of those same guys play music with me and give them a place to do that where they feel
Yeah.
like they're getting as much as they like. Give them opportunity that would allow them to put more effort into my project because
Yeah.
everybody's in like 20 bands and that's kind of how music is. Like,
So I was really kind of, Joey and I were talking because now what's the guitar player's name?
Aidan Grace.
Aidan.
Yeah.
Aidan. So Aidan was singing all those really high soul harmonies, and he looks like a guy who just got off a fishing trip, right? And it was one of the most. It was a dichotomy.
Dude, he's an amazing songwriter himself. I mean, that's part of it. Is like all of us are such talented, creative, like individual, like pursuing our own sort of world
Yeah.
that we want individually. Which when you put it all together, and I think the hardest part about musicians and bands is that there's so much ego, and so I just look for people. And I found people just somehow that just have this sort of selflessness, this eagerness to create, and they enjoy what they do. And especially in this like 2020, it's just like being around people like that is it's unique. It's hard to find.
It is really cool to find guys that you can collaborate with, and you guys, man, just sounded so good together. I loved it. For an older guy like myself, it's nice to see young guys really taken to the craft, and I pretend not to be a very serious person, but you've obviously you got a woodshed and you got to study that stuff, and I just love what you're doing, man. Please
Thanks,
keep it up.
Man, I cannot tell you how grateful I am for y'all to have us. Like, this is something that nobody's doing. It's really hard to pull this off, and you guys are doing a great job, and y'all, like this family here, it's like really a great introduction. And this is also the first time I've ever played any of these original songs live. This
Are you
is,
serious?
This is the first time. It's not even released yet. This album's not even out yet. So all of that is still being mixed and mastered. And
Wow.
So that was
Where
all.
did you guys record?
I did it at home.
You did a home studio thing, huh?
Yeah, but after this whole experience, I think we're just going to go right back into the studio and just track it all. And
I hope you had a good time tonight, because
oh,
we certainly
fucking
did.
awesome, man.
I mean, it barely seems like work, right?
Yeah.
The only work
was-
is defending yourself.
It was also really it's very intimidating to be in front of like 12 cameras, but you guys are all so fun to be around that it didn't feel like that.
It didn't
at all.
start off like this, Corey.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was rough back in
Well,
the
I'm glad
early days.
we didn't get in sooner.
No, man, thank you so much. Hey, by the way, you want to say anything about our sponsor, Killer Vintage?
Oh, I couldn't say enough.
I mean, me neither. I just
Dude.
can't think of anything.
I'll tell you this, Guitar Center just went bankrupt.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They filed for bankruptcy. You know why? Because they suck. That's why you should go to Killer Vintage Guitars, man.
They are
Not
good.
bankrupt.
Don't expect service when you go there, though. It's probably the worst service I've ever seen.
Oh, nobody wants service.
But they
when
got
you go
really
to
great
guitar.
guitars. Really great guitars, and they won't let you touch them. But they got great guitars.
It's like Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Don't even look. Don't even look
at it.
Hey, Corey, thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing your marvelous musicians out here and sharing your music with us, because we really did like it. I actually loved it, man, and thank you for being here. Thanks to Killer Vintage, Corey Breedlove, and Louie's Piano Bar. Come see us at Boarded Up Music on YouTube.